Everyone, I have just a quick little PowerPoint and a video to show you about the country that I chose. So here we go. I chose Sardinia because it's in my DNA, but it's also a really interesting place as well. They are actually part of the Blue Zone, and there are only 5 places in the world that are part of the Blue Zone, meaning the people who live there live much longer lives than the average person. And not only are these people living, but they're also thriving well into their hundreds. Many of the festivals and celebrations in Sardinia revolve around food and dance. Some of the local cuisine includes pasta, pastries, sausage, olives, and a variety of cheese and wine, all of which I'm a pretty big fan of. I've always been a fairly adventurous eater. For example, one of my favorite meals is this Japanese dish. It's katsu obushi, and it's a form of dried skipjack tuna. And basically the heat from the rest of the dish is heating these shavings of the tuna and causing them to move. The Sardinians also have a delicacy that I probably will not try, and that's kasu marzu, which literally translates to rotten cheese and is aged to perfection with the help of the fecal matter from flies and maggots, which I found 100% disgusting. But here's a quick little video just to give you an idea of what it looks like. Hope you enjoyed my little presentation.
Let me start out by telling you a little bit about my country. The country I would like to visit is Tonga, or its official name, the Kingdom of Tonga. Meal times are very different than what we are used to here in the US. Unless you are at a family gathering, food is consumed freely at any time. The basic staples are root crops like taro, accompanied by fresh or roasted meat and fish. When it comes to owning land, it is also different than what we are used to here. Every citizen at the age of 16 is entitled to lease 8¼ acres of land from the government for a small sum, but the growing population and its concentration in the capital make it increasingly difficult to exercise this right. Every citizen is entitled to free education, free primary education, and free medical care. Hospitals, dispensaries, and pharmacies are distributed over the territory. Smaller government clinics are present in some villages in the outer islands, rather. The gesture of raising the eyebrows in conversation expresses one's understanding of the speaker's speech and is an invitation to continue. It is difficult for people to admit failure in understanding or to respond negatively to requests. Now, let's enjoy a Tongan fire dance.
If there's somewhere I'd like to go. Everywhere I want to go is with my best friend. I'd like to board the 408-foot Matanuska, or Matty as it's known locally, that was launched in 1962 and operated by the Alaskan Marine Highway System, and it can carry 450 passengers. When I think of traveling or going anywhere, I always think of the person I want to go with, and my best friend is my wife. Elizabeth and I are thinking about taking a trip to Alaska. By boarding a boat in Billingham, Washington, and taking it all the way up to Haines, Alaska, and then driving to Anchorage and taking that same trip back. We would board the ferry in Billingham, Washington, and take it all the way up to Haines, Alaska. The trip takes about 3 days and 11 hours. We will be taking our trusty truck and Terry trailer, along with our 2 dogs, and of course my wife. From there, we will drive the 756 miles on the Alcan Highway to Anchorage. It's a rough road, but it's a lot of fun. Anchorage, Alaska is the northmost city in the US and the largest in Alaska. You can see 6 different mountain ranges from Anchorage: the Alaska, the Aleutian, the Chugach, the Kenai, the Talkeetna, and the Tordrillo. Wherever I travel, I always go with my best friends.
Hi, my name is Taylor Barnes, and I would love to visit Guatemala. Guatemala is located in Central America with a population of roughly 17 million people. Spanish is the official language of Guatemala, but there are 21 Mayan languages spoken by the people there. There are also more than 30 volcanoes in Guatemala. Because of the Mayan culture, there are lots of ancient ruins and temples that I would really love to go visit. I want to share this short video that's actually a trailer for a movie that is about to be released, like a documentary talking about Guatemala and its culture. Okay, these are just a few reasons why I would love to visit the country of Guatemala. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, Belinda here. My Zoom is very slow on my computer, so I'm talking slow. I wanted to share with you about a trip that I've already taken. Here you can see that I went to New Zealand. When I was 15 years old, I had the privilege of traveling the North and South Island of New Zealand. A couple of fun facts about New Zealand. Their national bird is the kiwi, which is this cute little guy over here. The national plant is the silver fern. In America, we like to celebrate American football, but in New Zealand, they prefer to celebrate rugby. New Zealand's team is called the All Blacks, which you can see them doing the traditional war dance called the haka here. In New Zealand, you can get a meat pie practically anywhere. There are more sheep than there are people in New Zealand, and when it is our summer, it is their winter. There are also bubbling mud pools seeping up from the ground, leaving the smell of sulfur in the air. Going to New Zealand was a wonderful trip. I would love to go back and explore on my own. Thank you.